on? What up, though? Straight from Detroit in Colombia. Colombia, Cartagena. That's where I'm at right now, y'all. Colombia, Cartagena. You see it? Iguado. I think that's how you pronounce it. Right off of Boca Grande. That's where I'm at right now. Pretty good place. A lot going on. Tourist area, real deep tourist area. So, dangerous streets of Colombia. You got your major cities like Bogota. You got Cali, Colombia. You got Cartagena, Colombia, and you got Medellin, Colombia. Dangerous streets. Coming from the United States. When people pride themselves of being the murder capital of the world. Detroit pride themselves. Philadelphia pride themselves. Chicago, Chirac pride themselves on being the murder capital of the world. And we live in these places. Remember, this is my perspective. This is my perspective, my take on what I see here in Colombia. I'm not saying the people are peaceful. We got peaceful people everywhere in the world. I'm not saying you can't come here to Colombia and get robbed. You can come in Colombia and get robbed, period. There's no cut to that. You can come to Colombia and get robbed. You can come to Detroit and get robbed. Like we know everywhere across America, shit happens. Everywhere across the world, shit happens. Freak accidents happen all day long. You can be in the most peaceful, pleasant place in the world, and shit happens, period. I'm not taking away from that. But one thing I do know, if you invite trouble in your life, you're going to get it. You're going to get all the smoke when you invite trouble in your life. When you invite trouble in your life, you invite misery in your life. So when you go to these places like Colombia, Medellin, Cartagena, Cali, it's like we got an area in Detroit called Brightmoor. Say in Brightmoor, you want to come to Detroit. I know how Brightmoor cut. Is it dangerous? It can be. Depends what you're into. Do shit happens all day? The odds are more in your favor that shit gonna happen than it ain't, but it ain't necessarily mean it's gonna happen. I go to Brightmoor and shit never happens. But can it happen? Yeah, for sure. Say I invite you to Detroit. I'm not gonna take you to, and you go to Detroit, and I take you to Brightmoor, and you come to Brightmoor with your Rolex on, with your $150,000 neck chain around your neck. You up there throwing all type of money in the air. Yes, you see what I'm saying? You get my point? You asking for problems, and you gonna receive it. So when you go to Colombia, you ain't got to do all that with your Rolex on, especially if you're gonna be in areas like the tourist areas. It's people that prey on the tourist areas. Yes, it is people that prey on the tourist areas. So you necessarily don't have to. You ain't got to wear your Rolex. You ain't got to wear your big chain. You ain't got to be flossing a whole bunch of money, expensive clothes and stuff like that. It's not this. So my point is, if you ask for problem, you will receive it. You will get everything you ask for. Trouble is not hard to find. I've been coming to Colombia for a while, for almost 6 or 7 years. I never really. My biggest problem, honestly, been the police. Shaking you down on little shit. You know what I'm saying? Where your ID at? And we don't want to get locked up abroad and shit like that. So we kind of, and we know how the police is in Detroit or in America. So we play the police here like we play them. But honestly, the police not that bad as well. So yeah, they will shake you down. I know. Hit me in the comment section if you've been shaken down by the police on little stuff, you know what I'm saying? No, my sons and them came here. I'm not a weed smoker. I don't get drunk and get belligerent and got to deal with this stuff like this. So my son come over here. I've been coming over here like 8 or 9 years. What up, bro? How you doing, man? Hey, I'm live here on this Facebook. I mean on YouTube. I want to get your perspective on something in about 2 minutes. Go ahead and get your thing coming back. My sons and them came down here for a week with me. Police raided this spot 3 times. I never had that problem. I kept telling my son, you going to buy weed from random people on the street. They all, you forget, you the outsider in this neighborhood. These people know the police. They see the police every day. You buy the weed, police come around right behind you and shake your ass straight the fuck down. And now they trying to charge you $100 a person so it won't take you to jail. So they raided the spot. We had 9 people in the house. They raided the spot about 3 or 4 times. I never had issues like that until we invite my sons when they start trying to buy weed. So there you have it. They start. We ask for it and we receive it. That's my point I'm making. You ask for it and you receive it. Do people? One guy in Medellin, black guy from the United States, getting them pesos. You get $100 in pesos. I mean $100 bill. And you turn around and get 400 grand, 375,000 in pesos, and 375,000 pesos. Look like you got a lot of money. You fuck around and get $400. You get like 1.2 million in pesos. So you doing your thing with the pesos. The guy in the middle of the street throwing that money up like he lost his dang old mind, throwing all his money up. Young kid ended up getting killed. So. But look, he invited that shit into his life and he played himself. It's messed up, he got killed. But you gotta remember where we at as well. Shit happens. I ain't telling you these people so peaceful, don't be conscious of what's going on. But look, you gotta know you. If you come to these places, I wouldn't dare do half of the stuff that people do. I don't invite misery in my life. I don't invite misery in my life, and I don't look for trouble. Trouble is not hard to find. When you start getting off into the stuff that bring trouble, you start messing with them. Come over and messing with drugs. You ask for trouble. You ask for trouble. Period. You start hanging around the wrong crowd. You ask for trouble. So the streets in Colombia is not as bad as everybody that had a bad experience. 90% of people had a bad experience in Colombia. They be off on that goofy shit, and they ask for trouble and they find it. They look for trouble and they find it. Those that come over here and just enjoy the people, enjoy the weather, enjoy the food, enjoy the atmosphere, because the people are actually peaceful people. Not saying shit can't happen, but if you ask for it, you will find it. Trouble is around every corner in the world, not just here in Colombia. Every corner in the world, you will find trouble if you ask for it, period. So is the streets of Colombia that dangerous? It's all in what it's just like any other major city. Any other major city across America. And half the time, and I want to get this out, remember this is my perspective, half the time, all the dangerous cities in America is the black city. How is that? And you scared to come to Colombia. All the most dangerous cities across America, all the killings, all the shootings is in the black neighborhood where we live. And you scared to come to Colombia. So, is Columbus dangerous? Everywhere is dangerous. It's based on what you're looking for. If you look for trouble, you'll find trouble. Let me tell you. If you get on the tour, if you go on the tours, like them people over there going on tour, it's peaceful. You get out to the people, bruh. You have any experiences dangerous here in Colombia? No. It's beautiful here. How long you been coming? Like my third time coming in the past year. In the past year? Really no dangers to it. You peaceful, you out here, you flip flop. What about at home? New Orleans, right?
New Orleans right now is popping, man. Crime is real heavy. Carjackings all over the place, man. So it's really more dangerous where I'm from than it is out here. Most of the people out here just trying to make a living and hustle and, work day by day. You just make it to the next day. But for the most part, man, everything is what they call tranquilo. It's
Relaxing.
That's one of my favorite words right now. When you go back to
Tranquilo.
the States, it's tranquilo.
Right.
So I've been in the barrio for the past couple of days in and out. I got my girl over there and her brother was showing me around. I was walking around in the barrios, man. I never had no problems. I never felt threatened while I was over there. We just walking around, So for the most part, everything is cool. And if you want to find trouble, you can always find trouble.
Trouble's not hard to find.
It ain't hard to find nowhere anymore.
In the world. Trouble's not hard to find anywhere in the world. So if you're looking for trouble, trust me, you can find trouble. But if you come over here to Colombia looking for trouble, that's almost in your character. That who come over here to Colombia and look for trouble? Who go anywhere and look for trouble? Especially the older you get. Yeah, but the most dangerous places I've ever been has been at home. I've been in favelas in Brazil. And favelas, people are like, oh, you better not go to the favelas. I've been in the biggest one in favelas, Rosina. Been in the favelas in Brazil. It was a dangerous spot, but I went there looking for trouble, so I didn't find it. I saw smiling faces. I ran across the Red Command. Red Command, I was taking the only issue I had over there, I pulled my camera out and I videotaping. Some of them spots like that, they don't be buying that camera stuff, taking pictures. And I had videotaped the Red Command. He had a 4.5 on his hip and a M16 rifle. This was a gang. This is a gang member in Red Command. Look him up in Rosina, the biggest favela in Brazil. And he ran up on me so quick, no photo. I ain't know what he was saying, and I'm hollering, delete. I'm trying to delete that shit quick as I could. See, look at that. Prior to that, he was smiling, he was waving, but as soon as I pulled that camera out, I asked for trouble. And trouble ran his ass right over there on my ass. Prior to that, he wasn't bothered by me. He kept walking, he was smiling, waving at all of us, about 14 of us in the favelas. The tour guide was so far in front of us. When he heard what happened, he ran back there so quick. He said, man, I told you, please no cameras. These people do not play with cameras. See, I asked for trouble and it wasn't hard to find. So on that note, man, I'm 12 minutes in. I hope I've been enlightening to you and this is my perspective. Remember, I always go on my perspective, and I got the brother here from Louisiana, New Orleans. He gave his perspective. You look for trouble. At the end of it, is the streets of Colombia dangerous? Yeah, it's dangerous anywhere in the world. But but it's also peaceful in the same sense. If you ask for trouble, trouble is not hard to find. I haven't really had no encounters that I needed. People I done friends of mine that got their phone snatched, but they knew better. But they still did it anyway. One that had their phone all out. Yeah, you ask for trouble, you gonna find trouble. So if this was enlightening to you, go ahead and make a comment. If you had bad experiences in Colombia or abroad, period, tap in and tell us your experience. And like I said, your experience might be different than the next person. And I'm not saying you ask for trouble, because shit do happen. Shit do happen. You can be randomly sitting somewhere in a beautiful place and they run up on your ass like at home and pull that pistol out and demand what you got on. But then again, why did you have that Rolex on? And you ain't even have to be bossing up that tough with your Rolex on. Oh, I got robbed for my Rolex. Yeah, then it's, like my man said, it's too hot to be wearing all that old jewelry shit. So, not saying shit can't happen. It can. But is the streets of Colombia dangerous? It can be. I haven't experienced it, and thank God I haven't experienced it. Knock on wood, I haven't experienced it. My encounter's been more so with the police trying to shake us down because people smoking weed, just doing goofy ass shit, inviting girls over, trying not to pay them. Don't know when you invite a girl over, she want to get paid, period. And if you off in that mix like that, see, there again, you inviting trouble. so you get trouble. Um, yeah. So like my page, subscribe to my page, like it, and if you had a bad experience in Colombia or anywhere abroad, tap in and share your tips, share your experience, and share your tips on what you should do, or what I should do, or what you should do, or what the people should do, and trying to give a feel on what's going down so we can see from your perspective. Remember, this is my perspective on how I see and how I move around here, but it's a peaceful place. All right, y'all. Peace. Travel buddy. Tap in. I'm back. I'm back showing videos now, y'all. Peace.